Sun, 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 here we come. 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 Sun, 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 here we come.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna.
It's alright. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright. It's alright.
Hare Krishna, Rama. Welcome, here we are again. Yeah, we got music, of course. Hey everybody, welcome, here we are. Let's see if Lord Chaitanya and the Parampara are here. What do you think? Hare Krishna. Lalita's our gauge. We'll watch you check her out. Ooh, yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Srila Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, Radha, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda. Do some more of that one there. Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Dean Smith, all right. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh, Krishna, more, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. A little bit more of that one. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gauranga Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga Nityananda, Gauranga Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Ramananda Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna's the light. He's the soul of all souls. The happiness for his devotees. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. All right. Whoa, yeah. Krishna. Krishna's the Sultan of swing. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. You gotta try this dancing thing, man. It's a new case there, Anita. Hare Krishna, Krishna. When you're feeling better. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Don't need this anymore. Whoa! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Whew. Whew. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Srila Prabhupada, Jesus Srila Prabhupada, Jesus Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Go Rama. Okay, let's chant some japa. Turn your mics on, and let's take shelter of the name.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama,
Rama Rama,
Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama.
Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hari 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 Rama Hari
Hare Rama,
Rama
Hare Rama.
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hari Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hari Krishna Hari
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari
Rama Rama, Hare.
Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Krishna.
Rama Rama Hari Hari
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare 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 Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama Rama
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Rama Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare 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 Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama Hare Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare Rama Rama
Hare. Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama Rama Rama
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare Rama.
Hare Ram,
Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare Rama Hare Rama.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Rama Rama Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Chaitanya.
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Sri
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare,
Sri
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Chaitanya.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Sri
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Chaitanya.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare.
Krishna. Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare,
Hare Rama.
Krishna,
Rama Rama.
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare, Rama Hare
Rama Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama.
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna.
Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Rama. Rama Rama Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama
Rama Hare Rama.
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Rama Hare
Hare,
Rama
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, my Lord Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Hare Hare.
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare.
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare,
Hare
Hare, Krishna, Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama, Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare Rama
Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama
Krishna,
Hare Rama
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama Hare
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 Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama, Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hare Hare Rama
Hare
Hare Rama
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Rama Hare Rama
Hare Hare,
Rama Rama Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Ah, Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhatta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhatta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhatta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Amy wrote this parable of the sower. She quoted me.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen
It's really nice.
it. Yeah.
Let's read that. I had some insight.
Mm.
Yeah. Let's see. So this is in Matthew 13:18-23. Listen then to what the parable of the sower means. Yeah. So first he told the parable of the sower. Oh yeah. So first he told the parable of the sower, and nobody understood, uh, not even his disciples. And he had a point for that because he knew. He said people have ears but they don't hear. Okay? They have eyes but they don't see. They don't have, in other words, they have ears, the material ear, but they don't hear spiritual sound. they can't relish spiritual sound. They can't eat the sound. That's why Jesus said, I'm the bread of life. See, it's the sound. It's it's the word. In the beginning was the word. See, the word is a sound vibration. In the beginning was the word. The word was with God. See, that's the devotee. The word is the Jesus was called the incarnation, the word made flesh. See, because spoken by the flesh, but not by the flesh, spoken by God, because the word was with God, the word was God. That's intimacy, man. That's what it's all about. That's what it's about taking the veil between our soul and God away. No more fig leaf. See, the fig leaf was the beginning of our problems, being ashamed to be before the Lord. And that's why the hypocrisy is only being ashamed, so ashamed that you hide from the Lord. That you hide from that Lord because you're ashamed. The shame puts up like a shield, and that's what they call hypocrisy. Okay? That's why people worship the Lord in shame and guilt still, even though they may not be so conscious, but they do usually. Or they cover it over with, false personas and stuff like that. There's all these kind of things. See, but Jesus, so he composes this beautiful parable that he knew nobody would understand because they have ears that don't hear, but he wanted to speak a vibration. And just by them associating with it, they would make advancement. It's the same thing with the Vedas. The Vedas are actually, they're realized by devotees. They come from the sound also, when they preached. But when they're preached, generally they're preached as stories, but not explained because they're parables now, still. Because generally people can't understand the confidential truth. If you do, you're self-realized. Or you got to go through the purification, which most people don't want to do. Unless you really want God, you're really called for this path. See? So Jesus said to his disciples, he says, to them it is not given to understand these secrets of the kingdom, but to you it is given. Why? Because they listened to Jesus. The others they heard, they saw, well, he's a miracle worker, let's go get a healing. But they're really more still small-minded, materially minded. They just wanted to go back to their jobs and just give us the healing, Jesus, and then we're going to go back. See? So they followed Jesus. They heard from Jesus, and so he could give them the confidential purport of that. See? More of the and actually we're going to explain it now and give you even a more confidential purport on that nobody's ever explained before. That's why I come here every day, man, because it is so friggin' good, man. This is just too awesome. I'm addicted, man. I'm hooked on the look. It's too good what the Lord reveals here, man. This is so great.
This parable is very suitable for our Sangha, very useful.
Very useful, yes. And we're building up to it here. We got to, build up to the crescendo of this parable. Yeah. So Jesus spoke this because he noticed in his preaching, he preaching the word of the kingdom. See, the word of the kingdom is his intimate relationship with God. That's the kingdom. So he's preaching these revelations. See, Bhagavad Gita 10:10, to those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, I give them the understanding how to come to me. So, he was Gurudev. He gets that understanding and he's thinking, why do I want to just go back alone? Let me take some people with me. I'll give them the understanding I get. Therefore, he came with the saying that only the Father knows the Son, and only the Son knows the Father. That's how he noticed that these guys don't know. They don't know my Lord, man. They don't know God. They don't act like it. They walk around like blind people, and they listen to blind leaders. See, they don't know my Lord. See? So he was Bhagavad Gita 10:10 and inspired and ordered by God to be guru in that sense. All right, now you be the eyes of the people. See, this is if you're not willing to, again, we talked about this yesterday. If you're not willing to use the eyes of a superior personality, if who has superior intelligence, because first of all intelligence is Krishna anyway. There's nothing to do with the false ego. You think you want to be bigger, better, and more. If somebody's more intelligent than you, they're more intelligent than you because of the grace of God upon them. And but you see, we're in this world, people are contaminated, envious, competitive, and all this stuff. So that's what we're dealing with in Kali Yuga. See? But when you get purified, then you say, oh, the Krishna's given this intelligence. Let me go to them and learn. It's like I told you with the Bitcoin. I go to the most intelligent people. And I'm not too proud to go to them. You know, they know more than me. I could never spend the time to do what they do. I just take advantage of their goodwill to share this information. You know, the only ones that are just, you know, they're actually regular people are often better than religious people, because religious people, they're not interested to take advantage of a superior personality who has superior intelligence simply because God's hand is upon them. You know, especially spiritual intelligence. You know, they want to compete with it, they want to fight with it, and all of that stuff, you know. They want to be bigger, better than more. Instead of just taking advantage. See, that's why Jesus said, only the Father knows the Son, and the Son knows the Father. See, intimate understanding, Bhagavad Gita 10:10. And the Son can reveal the true nature of the Father to whom he chooses. So that goes two ways. One is chosen from Guru and chosen by God from within. If you're attracted here sincerely, see, then you can get this. You'll hear these vibrations and these sounds and these truths that are put together as they are from the true Vedic conclusion, and then you will know the way back to the Godhead. See, it's so simple. I mean, why can't people just follow that? Why can't you just look for a person that like, don't tell me that, you know, you believe in Prabhupada's books and Bhagavad Gita, but you can't follow it. You know, it's like, hey man, you know, look for Bhagavad Gita 10:10 in person. You know, to those who worship with genuine loving ecstasy, they get very deep knowledge, very deep insight, deep revelation, and rapturous understanding of the absolute truth. See, so that it makes it easy peasy to find the kingdom of God, which is always faith in the Word made flesh. That's the bona fide spiritual master. It's not just Jesus. Jesus, you know, that's inconclusive. Say, no, I just want to hear Jesus' word. Oh, really? Well, you know, the guy in Jonestown was preaching Jesus's word, not. You know, everybody drank the Kool-Aid and died because he was speaking Jesus' words. Shows you need a living guru, right? A living representative of the parampara of Jesus, even. Much less, look at it to do with the Vedic conclusion. Look at it to do with Vaishnavism, with Prabhupada's movement. Who's representing it to the point of bringing it forth to another platform? Actually, Bhagavan Das was put a really good little insight about building on the realizations of the devotees. Like he said, well, Prabhupada, you know, brought in Vaidhi Bhakti. Well, he didn't say it like that, but he brought in a level. And then Narayan Raj built on that insight. And I said, yeah, you know, in the sense that's true. You know, we're building on the insights of the previous representatives. So we're building now. So I mentioned, you can check it out. I responded. I don't know if he'll appreciate it. Maybe he will, you know, but that's my truth, you know. And hopefully he's not one of those, or anybody. I'm sure there'll be a lot of his people. Oh, that go hard, you know. Yeah, but I said, yeah, okay, yeah. Prabhupada brought in Vaidhi Bhakti, and the Rai Maharaj brought in the concept of Raganuga Bhakti, but it wasn't in full flower yet. They didn't flower it. And we're taking that and building on the conception of Raganuga Bhakti, spontaneous devotion, and it's manifesting. And I had a dream in 1996 to do that, and it's showing fruits now that's actually working, So the ball's in their court now. Let's see what happens. For years, I've been preaching like stuff like this, and people, they don't know, they don't get it. But maybe they will. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time for the devotees. Maybe they're ready for some devotees are ready anyway. Yeah. So the parable of sower. Let's dig in here. Where is this? Yeah. So where is it? Oh, I see. I got it like this. Okay. So you want to read it there, Lalita? Do you have it up, or can you get it up? Are you muted there?
Sorry, can you send it to me?
Well, let's see. Oh yeah. I'll just copy it and paste it in the private chat, and you can read it.
Oh, that was so great. Thank you.
I'll put it in the Facebook chat too for the others. Amy, she's a special devotee because she really brings up really good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's very useful and insightful. Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
I may stop you here and there on it because
Yeah.
each
No
verse
problem.
is like each.
Thank you. Listen then to what the parable of the sower means. When anyone hears the message about the kingdom and doesn't understand it, the evil one comes and snatches away what was sown in their heart.
There you go. See, I like this. Let's take that one. That is very relevant now. So the message of the kingdom of the gods. So what is that message? See, this always applies to whenever a self-realized soul is here delivering people into the spiritual realm, the ascension of consciousness, you could say, into the spiritual vibration and frequency. Even in this world, we have the capacity within this body to perceive the spiritual platform. So whenever a person is delivering people up there, it's through sound vibration, through the sound. That's why we have a voice, a voice box here, and a voice, and it's up here, up in the heavens. You see, in the spirit, like so. The devotees, they bring back. They're like the ones who are self-realized. They're in touch with the spiritual platform. You see, the crown chakra is the connection to the spiritual plane of existence, and bring it forth into the world through sound vibration. See, and this helps raise the vibration of people through the sound, through the hearing. So that's why the message of the kingdom is the word of God. So let's take Guru Tattva, because that's really the essential message in the beginning. You have to understand this. So Jesus was saying, basically, I am the kingdom of God. Is you see me, you see the Father, you see the kingdom, you hear the word. The word was with God, the word was God, spoken by the sea. All this stuff is the Guru, Dave. The genuine realized soul that is in the real line, see, in the transcendental line, not some fake line, not some wannabe line, not some polluted Vaishnavas or Christians. No. The real line, genuinely bringing forth the kingdom of God through the word of God, which is God, and they're so close with the Lord spiritually that the Lord actually speaks through them as them, even because they're that tight, that close of buddies and friends. Yeah. So when the person doesn't understand the word, the devil, the evil one, the Maya, snatches that word. So for 6 years, I've been speaking Guru Tattva again and again and again and again. Some people got it. Lalita got it. Govinda got it. But you know the ones who don't get it, they heard it for 6 years and they're off doing something else. See? That's the Maya snatches that word, the real word. They didn't hear the word. And then they go and preach something different. And they say, oh, and even hypocritically, they could be here for 6 years and pretending to really hear the word, but didn't really hear the word. They had all these, the heart is filled with these motives that they don't look at. That's the hypocrisy. It's the shame. It's the fig leaf, keeping them from even understanding their relationship with the Lord because they don't really hear it yet. They're not mature enough. They're just and these people, they go out and they heard for so long, but they go out and they preach by their example something different. They don't act like a disciple. I've been preaching, be a disciple, man. Be a devotee of a real devotee. That's the message of the Bible. I'm just preaching the Bhagavatam. They heard. There have been about 5 or 10 of them have heard them. Probably about 5 people already. They heard and heard and heard and heard, but the Maya snatched because of their heart, wanted something different. They weren't sincere enough, not ready to really go for this. See, but those who do, you see the result. See, the result is like Lalita. You become very ecstatic and intimate with God because she's following the process that she heard. She's doing pure devotional service by following the instruction. Remember, chapter 12 of Adi Lila says, those who are in the real disciplic line, they heard from their guru, the acharya, and they didn't speculate on that word. They acted according to that word. And the others just speculated and came up with some other opinion and therefore that wasn't the real line. Okay? The real line. So this is very deep stuff, what we're talking about here. Because it goes into, okay, well, what is the real line? Did Prabhupada preach the real line? Did Bhaktisiddhanta preach the real line? Bhakti Vinod? Yes and no. See? So the real line, you have to trace it all the way back, and you can use the realizations, and we'll build on Bhakti Vinod Thakur's in Sri Krishna Samhita, the beautiful book. Sri Krishna Samhita says that as the acharyas, the original acharyas, like starting back from Lord Chaitanya's time, because that's where our line is really like revived from that time. You got to go all the way back there. But as it passes through the parampara system, it becomes polluted, the message. It becomes contaminated. I mean, this is his words. All the way down to his end, it becomes contaminated. Now, is that an evil thing that it can become that? No, sometimes it's a necessary evil. A necessary evil. So, in other words, it's a contamination that is there with a purpose. And that's why way back in the line, Lord Chaitanya taught some Vaidhi Bhakti principles. So Lord Chaitanya taught Raganuga and also the devotional service according to the Archana method of rules and regulations, and that's why it's in nectar devotion. See? But that is a contamination. Prabhupada said it was a contamination. Bhakti Vinod says it was a contamination. Go ahead. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, the speculation is evil, actually.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, if you know things as they are, if you know that, the Vaidhi Bhakti is taught to help devotees because they can't understand the ways of Raganuga at a certain point. They're at a certain level. So get them familiar, get them civilized, get them following Varnashram Dharma to some degree, even though all the acharyas say you can't be delivered by just simply Varnashram Dharma. Get a little foothold, learn about God, learn about Krishna, this line. Go on pilgrimages. Isn't that Vaidhi? You go on pilgrimage, you do fast, go wave the wand up there, look at the deity, chant out of dedication, show, get some exposure. But that's not Vrindavan mood yet. Vrindavan mood is spontaneous devotion. Everybody is naturally attracted to the Lord. Naturally attracted. They look at Krishna or they hear Krishna's pastime and become ecstatic. They don't need any rules or regulations to perform their worship. And this is the effective stage, spontaneous devotion. Yeah. So that's the contamination. So it was necessary. So in 1996, Prabhupada came to me because I was always naturally attracted to Krishna, to Jesus, awakened so easily. I just felt instantly related to Lord Chaitanya just with his book. So that's rare. Bhakti Vinod was like that. And I learned why it was rare because I couldn't find one living guru that I could say actually had a genuine relationship with Lord Chaitanya. They all wanted one. They all sometimes claimed to have one. But I never seen it manifested in anything more than what I had personally. That's what I went around. I was in India like so many times. Yeah, and I was in Vrindavan. I lived in Vrindavan for 3 years one time, and I bought a house in Radhakund, I had about 5 gurus, I just because they all said they were better than the others. So I said, well, let's check them out, but nothing added to what I already had. That was the big thing. So some devotees bring it in, and that's why it's necessary to actually bring it in from the beginning because it is so rare to see in this world. You have to almost bring it in, like Lord Chaitanya brought it in. His devotees brought it in, right? He had intimate associates from Vrindavan. They brought it in. Madhavinda Puri brought it in. Prabhupada says in Chaitanya Charitamrita that the symptoms of the kind of bhakti that he had was not in his disciplic line, this Madhava line or something. It wasn't in there. Prabhupada said in the purport, Chaitanya Charitamrita, it was hardly seen any signs of it except in Madhavinda Puri. He didn't get it from his guru. He didn't get it from anybody in there. It just came spontaneously. See, he brought it through. Yeah. And it just awakened very easily, just naturally with him. Bhakti Vinod was the same way. He read just some verses in Chaitanya Charitamrita and Anurag awoke him. He became very ecstatic in the tears and the crying and all that stuff. And that was my experience with both the Bible and the Vedas. It's always been that with the name. He was very easily awakened. I didn't need to follow a big course of rules. I just obviously brought it through. And I see why it was necessary, because I was looking for some living guru to add to but I couldn't find one who could add anything. They really couldn't. All they wanted to do is give me more rules and regulations. And they didn't demonstrate that they actually had this pure love of Radha and Krishna and Gaur Prem. I did not see that. I did not see that in their manifestation of it, and I did not see it in their revelation. I can understand hiding it, but I didn't see it in the realizations that they presented in their books. Not even one, except Prabhupada in his books, and the Goswamis in their books, and in Chaitanya Charitamrita in that book, Chaitanya Bhagavat in that book. And in my own experience, I can say, when I was 1980, I got Nectar Devotion and Chaitanya Charitamrita. Nectar Devotion. I'm reading all about these devotional states. Wow, I can totally, yeah, nobody's ever, shown any of this or even wrote about any of this. And I had the internal relation. I said, yeah, I know what this is. Chaitanya Charitamrita too. I opened Chaitanya Charitamrita. I'm just telling you this how it is, this it was real. This is a true thing. I opened the book and I read Chaitanya Charitamrita and I thought, my God, this is my family. This is my tribe. I've been looking for this. I was rolling around alone, basically. I couldn't relate to anybody in the world, basically. They're all like mostly, just automatons, going to work and coming back and just completely boring. The whole world was bored. I was bored, and it seemed empty and meaningless, literally. And then I get this book, and I said, "My God, this is my family." I knew it immediately. I remember even thinking that this is my tribe I've been looking for. I was so happy when I came down into the temple in 2 minutes after getting Prabhupada's book. 2 minutes. I gave, hey, man, this is opportunity. I want to serve this guy. This man knows God like Jesus, he's a living guy. And they, I'm sorry, he's dead. Okay, all right. Anyway, I got the books and everything. So I gave him everything, man. My money, my car. I had a towed the trailer. I threw the hey, take everything. Just give me. I just want to read. I want to stay here, and I want to be with these books and these. Obviously, I thought these persons were related to the real Prabhupada, the deeper Prabhupada, but I found out they're not. They're on the external bhakti. They're still in the contaminated worship after years. I actually had to leave. But anyway, that was the thing. It's this natural relationship that is so important, and that's what we're sharing here. See, so some people, they're hearing this word. See, this word, it encapsulates the relationship. It's like the path to the relationship, the quick path. See, but not everybody can take it, right? They hear the word and the Maya just pulls it right out, and they start to compete with it. They want to be bigger, better, more. They want to be guru, right? Oh, actually, Gaur Das is not preaching the right thing. Oh, tears are not squirting out of his eyes like Prabhupada, therefore he's bogus. That's pretty offensive, wouldn't you say? It's after 6 years of preaching like I've been doing. So be careful going over there, man.
It's lack of purification. That's why you cannot hear and you cannot understand.
Yeah, see, he had another idea about purification and always. I said, no, don't put that in your veins there because it will not purify your blood. It's going to do the opposite. He even started on that level. No, I don't believe it. Not at all. Not even won't even consider it. Same thing with his friends there, like the other guy, one of his friends in England. No, I don't know. I'm all boosted up and everything. He's proud of it. See? So didn't even believe, and so for 6 years, being in our sangha, both of them, not really believers.
You cannot have real ecstasy if you're not a real believer. You're not a real believer.
Yeah, they didn't really hear the word. Yeah, it didn't go in. See, the Maya snatches. It doesn't go into the heart and change the heart. See, so that's why this is big shakeup is great. I mean, it's good now. And actually, I already got a report that they feel those who are over in Belgium and they're restricting. This is the kind of restricting that relationship themselves. They feel better. They feel more clear because that's what happens. Because this is there's a different. And that's okay. He's got to live his thing. These guys got to live their path out, but not here. You don't want that here. No. You want people who hear and is sincere. Don't you want sincere people? That's why I said if you're not looking for a guru, like they were never looking for a guru. None of those guys. They heard but didn't hear. And so I'm telling everybody now, if you're not looking for a spiritual master that you can really trust and take shelter of, and I don't ask people to be blind believers. I mean, come here because I'm teaching that path, man. That's the mission I've been given to do. And if you're not looking to see, is Gaur Hari Das bona fide? Is he honest and genuine? Does he have the real spiritual potency that I really want, that I like, and I want to let me hear from him and learn and take advantage of his intelligence and all that? If it's, like that, that's honest. Otherwise, go somewhere else. Krishna will find you out, or will find you out, will know there's something off, and then probably help you out. Isn't that a good deal? I mean, for the sincere, if you're not sincere, if you want everybody, no, this is not an everybody thing. I mean, we're teaching the book. It says that right in the book. You must have a bona fide spiritual master. Even Prabhupada said that. If you don't agree, we'll go somewhere else where you get some agreement. There are a lot of people who don't agree with this or this path.
Of course.
Yeah. So this is how everybody will feel protected and purified, and Krishna will feel safe to awaken here. He wants a safe place. Don't you all want safety? Well, Krishna also. Krishna, when he's born, look what happened with Devaki and Vasudeva, who represent the spiritual master. And these sons and daughters were born. Look at Kamsa was right there to dash him on the ground. They need safety. So the babies that survived were transferred to Vrindavan. This is the new Vrindavan for the people. Hey, if you're not ready for this, you go to, they have other gurus and teachers. To me, they're speculators. You want to go to, where there's contamination, there's still in ISKCONs and all these groups, there's contaminations there. There's contaminations until you find the real spontaneous devotional service, where contaminations are being removed very quickly. See? That's here. If you're not good with that, if you don't really want spontaneous devotion, that's not your intention, you want some mundane boons and stuff, well, there's obviously plenty of places out there somewhere. We get what you want out there. You want to be loved and not love God? Well, you go out there and there'll be places where they'll pretend they love you, but they really don't. If you want to go through that purification, you can do that. Nobody loves anybody in this world, not really.
No.
Your children don't even love you. Ask Lalita, when they grow up, and if you're not in the mindset that they are, I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Finished.
Finished. Yeah, it's the world. Yeah. So the only alternative, really, ultimately, is to get this relationship with Krishna. Because once you are part of this eternal family, you don't want to give up your family. I'll never want to give up Lalita or Janaki's or Govinda's or anybody else that's sincerely, or Aman's. Aman, do you think you want to leave this family? You don't see him leaving, do you?
No.
No, you don't see Govinda leaving. You don't see many devotees now, because they're getting connected with this. Carolina is starting to come on board. She's getting this now.
Yeah.
A lot of devotees. Look at Fernando. Honest devotees. So I'm going to keep it clean. And those who are, if they're they just can't deal with it. So they have to go in the more neophyte level. That's the hypocrisy. They're not ready to deal with looking at themselves. They're too ashamed.
That's
Bottom line is, those who leave like that, they're just too ashamed and guilty to look at that. They don't want to see. They just not mature enough. That's what a lot of ISKCON devotees just not mature enough to look at these things.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's why they keep it, like it is. But anyway, those who are meant, they'll hear this message. Why not? I wish this was available when I started.
Right.
Boy, man, it saved me so much time. sentence.
Yeah. I don't have everything, yeah.
Let's just read something.
Yeah, I will read until I have what I have. This is the seed sown along the path, and then the seed fall. That's all what I have. I
Oh,
don't.
okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, let me see. All right. Let me see. I don't know why maybe it doesn't give much.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. Are you sure you're not just okay? Anyway.
I just have
All right.
until a piece of verse number 20. That's all.
Okay. Oh, I see. That's all. Yeah, that's all. Okay. Anyway.
That's all
Okay.
you gave me.
Let me just read. I'll just read it. It's too
Yeah,
complicated now.
yeah.
Krishna, 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 Krishna. Oh. This is the seed. This is the seed sown along the path. The seed falling, the seed falling on rocky ground refers to someone who hears the word and receives it with joy. But since they have no root, they last only a short time. Yeah. And you see that. I see that so many times. That has happened so many times. People come and like the one guy just recently you can see that one guy came. He says, "Oh, you're the guru, so much joy, you know. Oh, you're the guru I've been looking for. Oh, give me initiation, give me a name, right? They receive a great joy and all of this." And the next day he says, "Well, actually, I have a change of mind. I changed my mind. I don't really, see. So there is no root in this. So it's superficial. It doesn't. The seed doesn't go in deep. See, and they receive it with joy. I said, "Oh, this word is great," and everything. And I see it doesn't go deep. See? Or some, like we had that other guy. I won't mention the names. No need to. That another guy who was serving, and there was the joy, and wow, you're the guru I've been looking for, and everything. See, but then the cutting of the weeds a little bit, all of a sudden his mind changed. See? Oh, what is this? See? So, see, Rocky, not the seed didn't go very deep yet. And so that happens. And so Jesus was dealing with it. And if you're a bona fide spiritual master in the real line, there are these real lines, and you're ordained by God. That's the way it is. If it happened to Jesus, it would happen to here, and it does happen here. Same thing, because it's the divine potency that causes things to happen. Some people hear the word, and because there's power in the word, and it comes, and then the evil one takes it away. And those are the ones actually, they become often religious leaders and speculators. They take that power and to imitate the real guru. See, like that's the evil one. See, that's the snake, forked tongue, hypocrisy. Yeah. So yeah. And what else we got here? Yeah. When trouble or persecution comes because of the word, they quickly fall away. See, trouble. Again. So yeah, so the troubles could be persecution. Sometimes you persecute, you crucify the false self, the false ego. Persecution. What are you persecuting me for? It could be from the people. They just, troubles. And what are you doing there? You shouldn't be this. You should be with your family. Whatever it is, you fall away. They just fall away. Usually I see it's because of the chastisement they get, which is the weeding of the garden, or they, it doesn't. They just fall away.
Some people keep on taking revenge
Yeah,
because you told them the truth and keep on doing revenge.
yeah. Yeah, it's just that means they see it as actually mundane. They flip into this mundaneness, and you know, it's just how it is. This is that's why actually in preaching you avoid the envious and preach to the innocent, those who want to hear. They feel lifted by the word. See, so we avoid the envy. That's why I told you at a certain point, maybe better to leave it alone so it's not in the preaching. They actually, when they even hear it, they come back and take revenge. See? So we want to avoid those. You don't want to give them the energy for their to amplify the poison. See, and then especially now, it's kind of tricky. Got to be intelligent. Yeah. Yeah, it was good to a point, but then we better move on to a certain point. Okay. So the seed falling among thorns refers to someone who hears the word, but worries of this life and the deceitfulness of wealth choke the word. See, and so you see that also happens. People when they get the word, but they have worries in the world. They just too many, or they get too involved. The cares of the world, and they go and do things. They over endeavor for mundane things. That's actually nectar of instruction. That's one of the obstacles is over endeavoring for mundane things that are very difficult to attain. See, so some people do that and it chokes the word, and they end up doing that too much, and they don't come to sadhu sangha. See? You remember these people when they say, "Oh, I got to go to college, and after I'm finished college, I'll come back." Often they don't come back. The word gets choked. They believed it before. I've seen this numerous times. They say, "No, I got to go, and I got to go to college, or I got to go and get a job. I got to go do the business." They do the business, and they get the relationships, and then they get this, and all of a sudden, where are they? See, the cares of the world, and the anxieties or the desire for material things choke the word, and then they lose connection. They don't understand its value now, even though they did previously. That's a big lesson. Those persons will take another birth, and that's the lesson when they realize what they left. It's kind of like Bart Maharaj. Remember Bart Maharaj in the Bhagavatam? Bart Maharaj was on a level of Bhav, having ecstasy awakened in his heart in his worship, and he was in the forest, and then he got attached to a deer. See, and he started to forget about his practices. See? And all of a sudden, all it was the deer. The deer was everything to him, and he had to feed it, and he was felt emotionally, sentimentally attached to it, and everything. And one day he died with that attachment to this deer, and his practices he forgot about. But because he did ecstatic devotion on a level above. We have devotees who do even more than that here, by the way. And that's Bart Maharaj on a level above. That means just a few tears, and you feel the super soul in the heart, much less the ecstatic symptoms of praying. That we got some of that going on here. So he gets attached to the deer and dies in that consciousness, but the Lord, because of his previous development, the Lord held that for him. And so he took the body of a deer, because he was thinking of the deer at the time of death, and his attachment was for the deer, and so he takes the form of a deer, but he remembered his previous life. He said, "Look what I'm doing now. I'm in this deer body, and I had or I was almost there. I was almost in prema, and I forgot about my continuing cultivation. He forgot about it, and then." And then so he just stayed. You can read this story in the Bhagavatam. It's beautiful. It's a great lessons in it. There are lessons in all these things. Parables are all lesson, teaching. It's great. Love it. There ain't anything else important in this world like this. Yeah, and so he stayed at an ashram with people who were doing devotional service. See, and that's how he stayed close now in that life. He didn't go and do deer activities or anything. He just stayed close in the ashram where the people were doing devotional service and just looked at that. So anyway, that great lessons in that. So anybody coming here, if the rocky ground, you got to watch out because that can take you away. So if some of you hear this, after going away because of so much, it's so important to have business and make monies and all that stuff. See, you can be in the world. I mean, I do stuff in the world, but I would never give this up. This is prime importance. Everything else has become easy for me because of this. I learned enough about that, that everything comes easy when you continue your devotional practice. See, I learned from Barbara. It's not all or nothing. You don't have to be a sannyasi or anything. You just got to come regularly to sadhu sangha and associate with ecstatic devotees. See? And the Lord is very pleased. He does nothing but benefit you. Ask Pani, he's doing like that more. He even sees, boy, the Lord takes care of me. And even though he can't do all the time, but, he comes regularly. All right, let's see. I think there's one little more part here. Let's see here. Where is this? There we go. But if the seed falling on good soil refers to someone who hears the word and understands it, this is the one who produces a crop yielding 160, 30 times, crop yielding 160, 30 times what was sown. So that's significant. That's for like going from the first paragraph to the one where it's fruitful. See, now you get a crop. If you understand the word and you act according to that word, you get the crop, the result, the fruit of that word. See, born of the word of God, chapter 1, Book of John. Those who heard the word sincerely, they had a birth. That was Krishna, the Christ born in them. That's the crop. That's the fruit of this, fruit of love of God. See, the love for that God, because now you have the divine baby, just like you have a baby in the world, you get love, right? You may never even thought anything about that, but then the baby comes and there's your love, right? But it's mundane still. It's beautiful. The people praise it. This one lady I met over here, she just had a baby. Oh, this is my life is so wonderful. And this is the soul I made. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah. It's beautiful. Love in the world is beautiful, but it's not perfect. See, and it's meant to ultimately have the birth of the Christ or Krishna. See? Because then that birth of the Christ is now you have a new baby. See, that's in the past. We see the pastimes, the birth of Krishna. That's the devotees now. They have Krishna as their baby. You notice? In Vrindavan. See? And everybody's worshiping the baby according to their ras. You take the physical out of Vrindavan. Say there are only the devotees there. And they only got the baby Krishna that they worship. They all worship this baby Krishna. He's on the altar there, but they're ecstatic devotees. Krishna doesn't even have to be there, Vrindavan. That's why he left to show you can worship in separation. But you have to have the birth, otherwise you can't do this. This is what the Vaidhis don't know. This is what they don't think, oh no, it's external. No, that's what we're about here. This is on the order of Prabhupada, 1996. Yeah, give these people the birth, man. You are authorized. Impregnate those people with the word, the ones that are ready for it, the ones who take it in their heart and produce the crop. The crop is Krishna. He crops out, he creeps out, and he creeps the Vaidhis out. They go, what's that baby, man? That's not the speculation we're worshiping Krishna with, right? We don't that. No, Krishna's not like that. What is this? Cries and laughs and all that? Yeah. No, our gurus never showed us that. Yeah. So that's really it. And so we have people produce, the crop is being produced here. Congratulations to those, the crop's coming, man. Congratulations, the harvest is here. See, now you can help others. You can enter into helping others, harvest, or we help others to be harvested, have the Christ being born in others. When you'll see, as the people, the Krishna knows, they're obviously, this is a big mission. Why would the Lord give us to do this work if it wasn't a lot of people going to be ready for this? There's no other real alternative for the Vaishnavas, especially. You got to go. Jesus called those who follow me into the regeneration will be saved. It's the same for the Vaishnavas. You got to follow us, this Lord Chaitanya's amazing grace place, into the regeneration, and you will be saved from what's going on in the material consciousness. Otherwise, not. Being saved means you're spiritually elevated to the spiritual platform. Otherwise, not. You take more births. That's true, and that means here. There's no other. You got to find. It's logical, man, and clear. You got to find, where is this regeneration being manifested? Not conceptually only or mentally, but actually physically. Where is the temples where the Lord is chosen to arrive, basically, arrive, be born, and to grow, and have the symptoms of that temple being authorized divinely. Not just you go to the temple and you just see wow, Krishna is so ecstatic. Yeah, what does that ecstasy look like? Well, he's smiling, got a lot of flowers on him. No, see, that's meant to be in you. The Christ, the Krishna has to be born inside us. And that love awakens for that divine baby, which is subtle. That's why the real devotees a real devotee is more than a Brahmin. A real Vaishnava is more than a Brahmin. You know why? Because they chant the mantras and they get an ecstatic result. Because Krishna is full of raging ecstasy and rapture and joy. A Brahmin can chant mantras in the mode of goodness, but that's it. And that you get still a material result of something in the level of goodness. You can study the Vedas in goodness, but you still don't understand Krishna deeply. Even the demigods teach. This the Bhagavatam teaches. Yamaraj, who's actually a pure devotee, he was speaking for the point of view of the demigods. He knew more. But he said, for us demigods, he said, he put himself in there. Us demigods hardly understand the Lord and his transcendental pastimes. It's a whole nother level beyond the universe, the material universe. Very rare, understand, even for the demigods. So I wasn't joking. The topics we talk about here are beyond the demigods, and the demigods would come here in the unseen and here. Why not? This is special. These are. I mean, when I come here, and some of you are getting that experience too. How the Lord, in His divine manifestation of pure goodness, comes and speaks through your mouth. It's that's why I come. I come to hear that. This is people don't understand how the Lord uses a devotee. They don't understand the purification you need to go through to be used and hollowed out to be used in this intimate way of. This is actually worship. To be used by the Lord, and the Lord uses you, and you use the Lord. I also use the Lord. It's not a one-way thing. I'm just like there and being used by. No, I'm using the Lord, because without using the Lord's transcendental manifestation, there's nothing that can be said. You have to be in a relationship. The Lord say, hey man, you better use me, otherwise I ain't gonna. You're in illusion if you don't. People don't have any idea these things. This is Vrindavan. The devotees use the Lord, and the Lord uses them. Okay? This is called love. This is called intimacy. This is how things really work. When He gives you the gift of self-realization, you come here, you're going to get this in due course. And that's how it is. That's self-realization. Is you have a very transcendentally intimate relationship with the Lord, where you use the Lord and He uses you to preach the message of the absolute truth in the world. Especially we're in Kali Yuga. There's a specific message here, man. Yeah, come through the door. You witnesses out there who are, getting the result because of taking the word in and having it. Yeah. Go ahead, tell us something there, Lolita.
That's the miracle of the world, of the word, that it gives you ecstatic feelings, that it makes you extremely happy, and that it brings you back to Godhead. You've got to have a bona fide spiritual master who brings you back to Godhead by planting that seed of devotion in your heart and by preaching the conclusive truth.
Yeah,
That's how you go.
that's how it
And
goes.
you've got to accept the truth. And if you take revenge because somebody tells you the truth, well, it shows how dark you are.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It shows that actually you don't want Krishna, you want to keep your false ego.
yeah. Yeah, it's just and it's for those who are ready. Like it's always like that in a crop. There's some people that manifest in this crop here, and then later on, everybody's kind of got their individual journey, which is beautiful. I mean, it's okay, and we're learning how to get better at what we do and in our preaching. Yeah, it's evolving nicely. Yeah. I think. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm done here for a while. I'm gonna rest my voice. Yeah, I love the
Oh, suddenly your voice is gone. The sound is gone.
thing.
It's back.
It's back. Yeah, yeah. See, all we do is the worship. We do the worship here, and the Lord gives the increase. You know, so this is the water. We water the plant and everything, and the Lord is the increase. He does the increase. It's amazing. I love this. We're very fortunate. Okay, so I'm going to end it here a little bit. I need to rest a little bit here. I got up early again, like 1 o'clock. Yeah. Okay, so let's play the song here. I need to sit down here too. Oh. I like the standing up thing, The dancing too. You got to try this. The dancing. I think when you feel better, you try the dancing. It's really nice. It's ecstatic, actually. Like when you do your class too, you can try a little dancing while you're, just to add a little extra flavor to you. You'll see. I'm telling you, there's something special in this dancing thing. And people are like, it's like you want to add to your preaching, man. Get up there and just.
Your dancing is something special, yeah.
Yeah, well, yours also. You get up there, you'll see, man. Krishna will provide the increase. I was surprised too. It just kind of like, wow, this is special. It's interesting. Yes. See, the Lord, one of Lord Chaitanya's qualities is very fond of dancing. See, and he lives inside us too. And you might find out that fondness by doing it. Yeah. Okay, song. All right, here we go. There we go. I would stand up, but maybe I will. Okay. Yeah, I'll stand up. For one. There you go, Lalita standing up. All right, let's dance, man. All right, there she got it, man. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. She's got disco lights behind her. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Go Ranga! Woo. Thank you, everybody. We'll be most of Krishna and Krishna's name and pastimes in our Sadhu Sangha program forever.